So remember how the UCP thinks books are evil? Because some concerned parents decided that books were evil, poisoning the minds of children. Well, it's starting.
Hello, Lisa. Can you recommend any books for my mobile?
Oh, absolutely. Well, you know anything by Jane Austen.
Jane Austen. Thanks, Lisa. I'll get right on it.
You think it's an exaggeration. Maybe not Jane Austen yet. But there's a list. A long, long list. The Breakdown got a copy of the long, long list. Some of the list includes books that can't be in any libraries from K to 9. Some are kindergarten to grade 6. They have 1984 listed there. I guess that hits a little too close to home. And then another chunk of them doesn't want these books in any school from K to 12. Ayn Rand, Alice Munro. They took out Jaws. Jaws. They also took out Judy Blume. Forever. That's the name of the book. Judy Blume. It's a book from 1975 where there is a consensual relationship between teenagers and they use birth control. The horror! 200 books. 200 books. The Godfather, Game of Thrones, because it's not like any of these kids would have seen that played in their house over the last 5 years. Oh, and The Handmaid's Tale. Hey, Margaret Atwood, your book. They don't like that it reflects real life these days. Yanking it from libraries. You know, the thing about books is, yes, they are words on pages, but there's an interpretation of those words. When you're reading a book, it's like a movie plays in your head. It looks different for every person reading the book. I remember in high school reading Alice Munro, Ayn Rand. Me reading it now, likely there would be a different interpretation. Me reading it then, we're reading classic books. Oh yeah, they have some topics. They're scary for people. Guess they made me grow up to be a little too woke. And so when we said that the concern with taking books out of libraries, reducing access for kids of appropriate age reading something, which would be helped if we had more librarians in schools, but psh, government ain't got money for that. This is what we were talking about. These aren't pornographic novels. These are books with stories that reflect reality. Well, maybe not Game of Thrones, although it certainly feels like it. And it's a slippery slope. Who decides what's appropriate and inappropriate? The Minister of Education that couldn't be bothered to read the alleged books that were brought forward as a concern by parents? The same parents who say that their child was captured by woke society, broke up a family. Bitch, you broke up your family. Anyway, and we've called it book banning because that's what it is. The government can say whatever the hell they want. You are banning books in schools. Anyone else have the scene from Footloose in their mind? Just a bunch of scared parents throwing books into a fire. That didn't work out well in the end for them. Kids have a natural curiosity, and there's nothing wrong with that. When you restrict their ability to explore that curiosity or to be introduced to different things, it doesn't stop them from being sentient beings. They are going to find things. Wouldn't it be best if it was under a school roof with a librarian or a teacher that could tell them, hey, maybe this isn't the best book for now, and guide them, which is what teachers and schools do. They guide children, as well as educating them, molding and shaping them. But that terrifies the government too. Don't mold and shape children. That's going to teach them to critically think. I don't like critical thinkers here. And so the book ban begins. This is Garrett Kohler. You can go check out his bio. This policy is not about books like 1984, The Handmaid's Tale, as they don't have the same graphic sexual content as the books in question. Canadian civil liberties, this is a blatant lie. 1984, The Handmaid's Tale. Who's lying now, Garrett? Who's lying now? I notice you follow me. I don't know why, but as the press secretary for the Ministry of Education and Childcare, whose opinions are your own, you may want to check your sources before putting out your opinion. Because it's not just about graphic sexual content. It's about stifling the minds of young people so they don't question people making shitty decisions. Keep them uneducated. That's a conservative policy. It's got to be written somewhere. Children aren't afraid of learning. It's the adults that are terrified that someday kids will know more than they do. And then nobody's going to grow up to want to be a press secretary to a shitty minister. who doesn't read the stuff that they're pulling.